Listen or listen, must be or must be. What's correct? Let's have a look at dropped T and silent T. Let's look at the dropped T first in connected speech. Now this happens in words where we have the spelling T or ed and a T sound. And the T sound can or cannot be pronounced. And connected speech is also sometimes called linking. It means that we speak naturally at normal speed. In fast speech, we often drop the T sound. That means we leave it out. We don't pronounce it. And we do this because it helps us to speak faster. For example, in the sentence, see you next week, next drops the T, and we simply say, see you next week. Next week. The T is lost. That means we delete it, we don't pronounce it, and we just say next week. Why does this happen? Well, it happens because the T is a plosive sound, and it would take time to articulate and release it. But in fast speech, we don't have time, and we just continue and simply leave the T sound out. This usually happens between two words, where the first word ends in a T sound and the next word starts with a consonant sound. Dropping the T makes it easier to pronounce the consonant cluster. Here are some examples. Number 1, must be. That must be him. That must be him. Wait for. Please wait for me. Please wait for me. Won't go. They won't go to the party. They won't go to the party. That girl. Is it that girl? Is it that girl? Past perfect. The past perfect is an easy tense. The past perfect is an easy tense. Best friend. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. Sometimes the T is also dropped when the first word ends in the spelling NT and the next word starts with a vowel sound. For example, went away. He went away. He went away. Sent out. The invitations were sent out yesterday. The invitations were sent out yesterday. Won't eat. He's sick and he won't eat anything. He's sick and he won't eat anything. Let's compare this to the silent T. Here we always spell the letter T, but we never pronounce the T. And that is the case no matter the person, accent, or dialect. The T sound is always left out. For example, in words such as listen and castle. Let's look at some more examples. Here are some more words with a silent T. All of the words end in the spelling S-T-E-N. Listen, glisten, hasten, and fasten. Here are some more examples. Words ending in the spelling S-T-L-E. For example, castle, whistle, nestle, wrestle, apostle, thistle, and also the two words hustle and bustle. They usually go together. In the last group, we have words ending in F-T-E-N. For example, soften and often. Now, the last one has two optional pronunciations. We can say often and drop the T, but we can also say often. There are two alternatives possible here. That's the exception. In all of the other words that I gave you, the T is silent. Now, then we have some words with a silent T that are loan words taken from French. I'm just going to go over the most common ones that you have probably heard before. Mortgage, gourmet, buffet, ballet, beret, rapport, and also one last word, the word Christmas. Now this is not a French loan word, but it contains a silent T and it's a very common word, Christmas. What about watch or which? Do they contain a silent T? Well, not really, because here the T together with the spelling CH form a new sound, the sound ch. Watch and which. So we don't really say that these words contain a silent T. I hope this has been helpful and you learned something new about connected speech and linking and dropping your t to speak more naturally and faster, and also about the silent T. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below.